2023, and today marks exactly 1 year since the toxic train derailment in the village of East Palestine.
Yeah, and the incident unfortunately has put East Palestine on the map. Laura Queso has the latest since that day, and that some say nearly derailed this small village.
I spent some time talking with residents and officials of East Palestine, and I found very different reactions to what happened. Some aren't fearful and believe their village is safer now with all of the testing. And some feel the exact opposite, scared for what's to come. Some won't touch the water, won't bathe in it, certainly won't drink it. And then others, including the fire chief, tell me he's been making coffee with that water since the derailment. But the overall question here is, what is the future of this small village? We got some answers.
It's a beautiful, quaint little town, very quiet.
Until it wasn't. February 3rd, 2023. Everything changed when this Norfolk Southern train carrying toxic chemicals went off the tracks.
It was just an orange covered sky.
According to the NTSB, a wheel bearing on one of the rail cars overheated as the 149-car train passed through this small village of East Palestine. About 3 hours after the derailment, officials decided to move forward with a controlled burn for fear of an explosion. Fire Chief Keith Drabick was involved in that decision with state and federal leaders to vent and burn those chemicals, and he stands by it.
With the information we had, the experts giving us that information, the data we had, that was the safest thing to do at the time to mitigate that problem.
Smoke moved for miles. Residents were told to evacuate. The O'Connells, who live right over the border in Darlington, Pennsylvania, 8 minutes from the site, left their home for one night.
We're just afraid that nobody got hurt. But hindsight tells us a lot of people got hurt. A lot of people.
In the days, weeks, and months, the stories have grown, mostly the health impacts.
I got breast cancer.
In May, he noticed a lump. A biopsy followed, 4 weeks of chemotherapy, and then a double mastectomy.
I don't believe in coincidences. No. I know what happened. You are not going to get a doctor to say it, but we know. Not a shadow of a doubt in my mind.
They don't want to leave this home. They paid off their mortgage. They've made memories here with their children and grandchildren.
We used to have squirrels on our property, okay? They disappeared. Gone. We live in an old farmhouse. We usually have a lot of mice. No mice either. Makes you wonder.
But local chiropractor Rick Chai continues to seek answers in the aftermath.
There were hundreds of thousands of gallons of chemicals spilled into our land, into our waterways, and then subsequently burned into our air. Look at this. Look.
Dr. Chai says his independent testing of volatile organic compounds showed double the amount of benzene, among other chemicals he says would cause burning mucous membranes and sore throats. 7 weeks ago, he decided to run for Congress for the 6th District.
My sense is that the EPA has lied to us. If I give you a glass of water with poison on the bottom, and it sinks to the bottom, but there's clean water on the top, are you going to drink from it?
Since the derailment, consultants hired by Norfolk Southern and the EPA collect samples in accordance with the EPA approval and then send to EPA-approved labs. They test for 16 chemicals.
We don't see any chemical of concern that is at such levels that there would be a human health risk. We have, more than 1 million data points on air quality monitoring to ensure that that's the case.
According to the EPA, the most recent validated tests of the water are from December 5th. Fire Chief Keith Drabick says this.
What about the water?
What about the water? There's nothing wrong with it. I use it every day. I used it from February 3rd on till now. I shower in it. I wash my pots and pans in it, my clothes in it. I cook with it. I drink it.
He says the train company Norfolk Southern has followed federal and state safety recommendations since the crash, committing more than $103 million to the area, including $21 million paid out to residents who were upended by the derailment, and a value assurance program compensating any reduction in value of eligible residential properties located in East Palestine and nearby. Governor Mike DeWine knows there are concerns, especially for kids.
It's the unknown that is there. So we're now subsidizing, the state is subsidizing a clinic that is in East Palestine. People can go there right in the village, get the health care that they need. We're going to continue, and we've pledged, we're going to continue to stay there and monitor the water. We're going to continue to stay there and monitor the air.
Meantime, the state of Ohio just 2 months ago announcing 18 East Palestine businesses will receive more than $3.3 million in forgivable loans to assist with recovery since the derailment. Today, this is what the site looks like, a new railroad track over the old one. A small town with a big difference in opinions as to what happened here and what's next.
Anything that you regret?
Nope, nothing. We did what we did with what we had, the best that we could. I wouldn't change. I don't regret anything. I own up to all of it.
Laura Queso, 3 News.
Laura, thank you so much for that story. Meantime, President Biden is expected to visit East Palestine for the first time this month. But as of this morning, a date for his visit has not been set yet.